On Finding Myself. August 14th, 2021. I haven't sat down to write in some time. I felt that it was about that time, as I think the last time I sat down to sincerely write and feel out where I'm at was when I was working to write the last chapter of my book, which I never finished. A lot has happened since then, and a lot hasn't. Writing has felt non-existent in my life these days, a practice I've used for so many years, and I just stopped. The last few weeks have made it hard not to want to sit down and spend some time with my thoughts. As I said, a lot has changed, and much hasn't. COVID still remains at large with a new variant in the midst of our lives. It's not hard to think society will begin to shut down once again. A continuation of a year from hell. A year I felt changed my perspective on people, on myself, and who I am and want to be. The last couple of weeks I have had multiple anxiety attacks. More severe, more frequent, and honestly, more concerning than I have had in the past couple of years. I haven't been really been able to know what to make of them. I do know that it has made me question what I've spent time in my life doing as of late. More specifically, in what brings me joy and what I want to continue to strive for. I'm not really sure where to start. I'm not really sure I should start at the beginning, or if I should start at the proverbial end of my last anxiety attack. There are a lot of questions consistently running through my mind, none of which I have concrete answers to, or, to be honest, really any such insight of any answer. And these questions have stemmed from questions my close friends have asked me after my last anxiety attack. What actions are you taking to find yourself? Who do you want to be? What do you like about yourself? What do you not like about yourself? What do you want others to like about you? And I thought I knew the answers to these questions, and as I sat in my car, driving to a new coffee shop, my internal monologue began to recite what I wanted to write, crafting words and trying to tell a story. I've spent a lot of time over the last few years creating content, from streaming Fortnite, creating multiple podcasts, and recording whatever TikTok dance is popular to try and be relevant. I enjoy doing these things, but I don't think I've enjoyed them for the right reasons. I've spent much of my life trying to be known for something, or have people know me, be successful in something, or show why I deserve some spotlight. I often told myself I was doing it because I knew I could be relatable to a lot of people. If only more people knew about me. I wanted to help people, but I knew I needed to be helped first. I don't know that in itself is selfish, but I also don't think it's not. I've always cared about what others have thought about me. I attribute that to being bullied when I was younger, as well as a deep-seated emotional question, wondering why I wasn't good enough not to be adopted. I've moved past that, but I think that there are a lot of roots engulfed in those experiences. Also, I know I'm eating mac and cheese while I'm writing this, so don't mind me. It's pretty good. But for as long as I can remember, I've enjoyed being there for others. I've enjoyed making people smile or letting someone know I'm there for them. But as one friend asked me, am I doing it for myself? Or am I doing it for them? Both? I often try to escape my own feelings or pain by finding ways to avoid them, even for just 1 second, but that same friend reminded me that those issues are still present after that 1 second of not giving them attention. I enjoy making people smile and reminding them that there is more to life than their issues or their pain, but is there actually? Isn't life pain and issues with some bright spots tucked in to make us forget about those issues for just a second? We still have to deal with those things. Finances, sorrow, grief, prejudice, racism, sexism, homophobia, capitalism, death, birth. It's omnipresent. Life is, or all of those things. So what am I helping with that can actually be solved? I guess I don't really have a concrete answer to that, except showing that there is human compassion out there. But even then, I'm not really helping anyone with their issues or struggles. I do know I want to be able to be relatable. And while I cannot help individuals with all of their issues, especially the biggest for most, being financial, I think there is some solace in knowing we aren't alone. My friend is huge on creating actionable steps to resolving or understanding things in life, and so when he often asks me, and I mean often, what my steps are, I never have an answer because I'm as clueless as the next person. But I think I'm at a pivotal point in my life where I need to truly think about what's next and who I want to be. 28, and I'm fucking clueless. I thought I knew who I was, what I wanted to do, and where I was going, but yeah, no. I also thought I was recording my video this whole time, and that didn't happen either. So the struggle is real sometimes, and I'm learning that's okay. Struggle, Jeff. Struggle. You've made it through so much, and will make it, hopefully, through so much more. These struggles are defining you, and you keep running from them. You'll never know who you'll be on the opposite side of that moment. And I think that's a big part of what my friends have been trying to get me to realize. And if not, well, here we are. Oh, right. I was talking about action items. Trying to think of action items to better or get to know yourself is hard. I guess it isn't supposed to be easy, as most people spend their entire lives figuring themselves out. But if you didn't already know, I'm not patient. I like immediate results. I think about what if one influencer found me and my content changed forever immediately. So I guess that's step one. Developing patience. Step two, during that time, processing whether or not I actually enjoy doing what I'm doing, or I'm just trying to find a way to make money to not have to worry about the financial part of my life. And as I say that, I think that's a bingo. That's why I started streaming. It was never because I wanted to showcase my intermediate skills with gaming. It's because I saw an opportunity to take an easy escape out of debt. 3+ years later, that didn't happen. I enjoy gaming and I enjoy the community I have and the people I've met, but I've been doing it for the wrong reasons. Well, check that realization off my list. Step 2.5. Create and do things that I enjoy for myself. Not because I think others want what I'm doing. When I started For the Love of Humankind, I set out to create a platform to share stories of human compassion. I shared a lot of mine and a lot of my stories, but I'm missing other stories. So here's step 3. Involve others. I want to meet people and hear their stories. I want to travel and hear stories of locals or hear stories of other people that have traveled all over. Staying in the same place is mundane, unfulfilling, and frankly, boring as fuck. I'm an open person and find it relatively easy to connect with strangers. People like talking about themselves, whether they realize it or not, and I enjoy tapping into that. Now, I don't necessarily know what type of person that is going to make me in the future, but I do want to continue creating my podcasts and hearing and sharing stories. I think that's what I'm good at. I will say, I'm not good at hyping myself up or talking about things I think I'm good at. I don't like a lot about myself, but I also recognize there are a lot of reasons that come into play. My self-confidence has always been low. I don't think I'm super good at one thing, and I often think my work is lackluster. Was never the most athletic, smartest, best at writing or developing my thoughts. Was never great at instruments, although I've tried. These thoughts weighed me down often. I do enjoy that I am able to be vulnerable with myself, but hate that I struggle to be vulnerable. Well, I should say vulnerable on a deeper level with others. I question why people enjoy my company, or question why someone would think I'm attractive or would want to be in a relationship with me. And I hate that about myself. You know, something I plan on combating with positive affirmations to myself daily. It's hard to break away from the shadow that you think you inhabit in others' lives. And I often need others to remind me of the good things that I exhibit, but I never show myself that love, and I need to change that. I don't know where I'll be in a couple of years or who I will be, but I do know that I don't plan on losing sight of the compassion I hold for others. While I cannot help solve the issues or struggles others face, I do know that I can provide some level of relatability, a sense of fellowship, whether we've known each other for a lifetime or haven't met yet. Life is short. We question ourselves often, and we are often lost in our own perception of who we are to ourselves and others. And we're different in the lives of every person we have ever met. And that's crazy to think about. So why not be who you want to be? I am a weird and goofy motherfucker. I enjoy anime, playing video games, and honestly, making jokes with my friends that no one else would probably understand. I want so badly to be a husband and dad, but I also know the set of issues I have being in a relationship, and understand that I have a lot of work to do in my next relationship. I want to travel, but I'm terrified of flying. I enjoy learning, but I hate reading, and I would much rather learn from experiences. I'm going to continue asking others about their stories. I'm going to continue to share stories. Frankly, life is a culmination of every story ever to exist, coinciding in other stories, overlapping with cameos, and storylines that would never make sense to cross over. We can't be who we are until we realize our story and what stories we have present in our lives. So I'm going to be a storyteller, as we all are. And I'm going to use my mediums to do so. As any great storyteller would tell you, and as one would say, I'm prone to hyperbole, no story is ever written in a linear sense. And neither has my path to discovery, or frankly, this writing. I'm going to veer off in wrong directions. I'm going to lose my way. But I'm also going to embrace those times. I'll find myself at the end. I'll learn from those mistakes, and that's all I can do. I'm going to push myself to be better every day. Not just a better person, but better in small increments all around. Tomorrow I'll start daily affirmations. The next day, I'll find what I was grateful for that day. The next day, I'll share my feelings more openly. I'll wake up each day and start again. We don't have to be so harsh on ourselves. The world does that enough for us. So here's to finding myself today, tomorrow, and each day after that.